Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering a Zil market price prediction. Before we begin, if you guys want to support the channel, a like and subscribe means a lot. I really would appreciate that. Alright, so let's dive in here with the Zil chart. So in my last video I discussed the major resistance area between 22 and 27 cents. You can see how there was a major peak in 2018 and then again in 2021 and most recently just a few weeks ago we were rejected there. So if you're bullish, you want to see some consolidation and then coiling in price action followed by a breakout of this resistance area. So something like this where we would just kind of coil up, a breakout, and then followed by a retest of this region and then continuation. So this would be very significant and it would set up the next leg up very nicely. So I just want to kind of illustrate this a little more on the weekly chart. So I'm going to just switch over to that. And then the first thing I want to talk about here on the weekly chart is this pattern I'm noticing, which is a falling wedge right here and then the support. So as you can see, we have price oscillating between two lines. They are declining support and resistance levels. And then we have this massive breakout that took us from 4 cents up to 20 cents very quickly. This gives you sort of an idea of the price moves Zil is able to make. And considering that this is a much smaller market cap, it's capable of these extremely quick moves because it takes less money to move it from lower valuations up to really high valuations, as opposed to something like Bitcoin with a $700 billion market cap. So a falling wedge pattern is very bullish, and normally it leads to breakouts to the upside. So you can see that's already started to happen, but we're just in the middle of the patterns and still following through on it. Again, this is a weekly chart, so it will take a lot of time for this to play out. But if you have the patience and long-term vision, it can also be very rewarding and opportunistic. So if we just take a bar pattern of the last major leg up from this level here, and we overlay that to our breakout price, you can see how quickly it adds up and we can get up to 50 cents, which again is extremely significant. If we took a bar pattern of the entire move, so from March, and we overlay it from the bottom here, then you can see how we can reach that $1.60 area, which is, again, it's extremely significant. I like to take bar patterns of past moves just to get an idea of realistically what this token is capable of doing and how it has acted in the past. So now I want to transition into the Zil Bitcoin chart because it provides some great insight on Zil and where it's capable of going. Okay, so on this chart, I have a few zones mapped out. There is a very important level highlighted in red where price action has historically acted as resistance. Specifically in 2021, where we were turned around, but also if we go back a few years, this level was very significant. We bounced off it several times before entering the bear market. So in March, and then again in August, and then again in December, and then ultimately we fell below it and then fell into this new zone where it was a long-term accumulation phase. So after the accumulation phase, we popped back out of it, and then we haven't gone above this level ever since. But if we do reclaim it and we do get back above here and hold it as support, that could be very telling that maybe we're going to go back up to this high over here at 0.000025, and that would be significant, especially if we were to get there on a move followed by a Bitcoin move, right? The main reason I think we would get there is if it's the end of the market cycle, altcoins are euphoric, they're on these crazy runs, these crazy rallies, and that would be followed by Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin were to go to, say, $100,000 in peak for the market cycle at there, and then Zil were to blow off top over to this level, then you can see how if we go 0.00025 times $100,000 Bitcoin, that would yield $2.50 Zil. So that would be very, very crazy, right? Ultimately, I do believe this is possible and reasonable for Zil, but again, this would have to occur over the next year or two, right? Not this week, not this month. Sorry, guys, it's not it's not something that's short term. A long-term target like this is going to need a lot of time and patience. It's not something you can rush, especially with the market structure we're dealing with. So the conclusion here is a price prediction between $1.50 to $2.50 from, which we extract from the Zil Bitcoin chart and the bar pattern we overlaid. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, comments are appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.